My team is the best team right now. My team is the best team right now.
My team is the best team right now.
Recording live from Jiminy Cricket Studios here in beautiful Hamilton, New Jersey. Welcome to the Corman Fantasy Cast. Week 2 is in the books. Week 3 rapidly approaches. With me here this week, we are honored to have our guest host, Mike Holliday. Mike, welcome.
Must be an honor for you.
Truly is. Truly is. Coming up on this week's episode, we have our Week 2 Game Breakers, our Good GIF of the Week, our Rapid Fire segment, and much, much more. But before we get to that, I want to get into this first, and let's jump right into it. Our fantasy league is a community, and we have an obligation when other owners are down, be it through natural disaster or self-inflicted wounds, to rally and to support. So with that being said, Mike, why don't you take it from there?
Yeah, well, we all know what happened, Hurricane Harvey and Irma, what they did to our country. And the other day I was watching TV and I came across this commercial and it really got to me, and I thought it was important to share with you guys and see if you could help out. We've all seen the footage. Hurricane Harvey and Irma swept through the Gulf and Atlantic coast, causing over $150 billion in damages in its wake. Hundreds died trying to withstand the deadly storms. Some were forced to sleep in their car without food or water. Amidst all the pain and suffering, there was this man, Bombo Berry. Bombo tragically had to play Week 1 of the Corman without his quarterback and top 2 receivers. The result was one of the most pitiful performances in league history. His dreams of Jameis Winston bombing it to Mike Evans, or Devontae Parker plucking balls out of midair, would have to wait for another week. The excuses were already mounting, but Bombo continued his support for his fellow victims. So please help this man out. Drop a player he could use, or donate your waiver spot, because we all know his shitty lineup needs our help. Please help before it's too late, because it looks like he's about to blow this guy for fantasy advice. Please dial 1-800-382-5968. That's 1-800-FUCK-YOU. Call within the next 10 minutes and you will receive this limited edition My Daughter's a Slut t-shirt. Remember, it's up to you to make Bombo Berry relevant this season. Thank you.
Truly, truly tragic. Like, truly tragic.
Yeah, it's hard to watch. Seeing Bombo's team week 1 was disgusting. No one wants to, see that in your league, especially a competitive league like ours. You have a guy starting scrubs out there week 1, and, he's already making excuses about the whole season. He doesn't get a bye week for those guys now until it's it, right? Week 1's over for the bye, so he's done. And he'll have a good year, but, the excuses were bullshit, so... He won this week, though. That's good.
Yeah. Bombo, all I can say is that I am 0-2 myself. So, really, the only tears that I'm crying are on David Johnson's shoulder. Moving on, I wanted to take this opportunity while Mike was here this week. Mike, I know that you have a tendency to periodically change your team name. Mm-hmm. And that has kind of become a trademark of yours, at least when I think of your team. I know that you like to have fun by changing your name. So I decided that I would help out and I would give you some suggestions.
Okay.
But I decided that I would take it a step further. What I decided I would do was I decided that I would take Kareem Hunt's name and combine it with each player in your roster.
Okay.
Or at least try to.
Let's see where this is going.
Okay. So starting off, I'll just read from your quarterback down.
Okay.
Okay. So, first team name suggestion. I love to sit on Kareem Stafford. My second suggestion. Every time Kareem has a big game, I give him a long, slow AJ Green. Another suggestion. I love Kareem Hunt so much, I'm going to ask a priest, Demarius Thomas.
That's a good one so far.
I didn't say they were all great. I love when Kareem makes me walk around the house dressed as a little girly. Next one. Oh, a combo. Here we go. With Randall Cobb and Zach Ertz. When Kareem Hunt plugs my ass with a dried up used corn cob, it really hurts. This kicker from Oakland that you start in your lineup and get lots of points from. The backup kicker. How about, if you don't love Kareem Hunt as much as I do, then to Vecca you. And the last one, for Tampa Bay's defense, that was kind of tough, so I decided I'd go with... once I win the Corman, Kareem and I are going to celebrate in Tampa Bay defense. And just a couple extras from the bench that I couldn't resist, because I just couldn't resist a couple of these. Kareem makes me drink his Pierre Garcon. And I love to eat Kareem Hunt cock meat Sammys for Sammy Watkins. I can deep throat Kareem Hunt's entire Willie Sneed. And the last one. When Kareem Hunt fisted me, he got all the way up to his foreman. And there you go, Mike. Just a few suggestions for some team names that you might want to try out with your boy, Kareem Hunt.
Well, there's a character limit, which is why I have no spaces in my name. It's just all one word.
Well, then I guess you'll have to eliminate every single one of those suggestions.
Basically. But they were good, though.
Idea. Thank you.
They were good.
Okay, let's get right into our Week 5 game breakers. I'm going to start it off at number 5, Mike. With LeGarrette Blount from Bailey. Now, it's not even so much that LeGarrette Blount didn't get enough points to help Bailey in what was kind of a winnable game if Blount would have had a big game. It's that Blount literally got 0 points, I believe 0 touches in that game, and that was a huge, huge swing in that game.
Yeah, I don't know
against
about,
Bailey.
I don't know about 0 points, 0 touches, but definitely 0 points. And he had Derrick Henry on the bench. I mean, you can't fault the guy for starting Blunt after a good week 1, but that's kind of tough. 0 points.
Yeah, that's tough.
Number 4, Ty Montgomery. Ty, 23 points, 2 touchdowns, I think 100-something total yards. So he definitely, it wasn't a difference in the game. Bomba won pretty handily. But yeah, a good outing for Ty Montgomery.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a Green Bay running back who can put up 23 points, I mean, anything you get over 10, you consider a huge bonus. So that's a huge, huge development. If Ty Montgomery can keep producing like that, then that is a huge advantage for Bomba.
Actually, I just read a post that they're going to lighten his workload. So,
well, coaches sometimes say things when they know that a team is preparing. So
yeah,
you never know. This is the NFL, a lot of subterfuge. So you don't know how that's going to turn out.
Number 3, big week, Michael Crabtree. I think everyone in the draft wanted a Crabtree. You can get him rounds, I think 5 or 6 when Cooper's going rounds, 1 or 2. But I had Cooper last year, and Crabtree was the vulture. He had 3 touchdowns, 26 points last week. De Silva barely won that game, even with Crabtree's performance. So definitely game breaker number 3.
Absolutely. And then Todd Gurley and Kareem Hunt. We need to talk about this. I hate doing this because Mike is right here, but you cannot deny the impact of these two through 2 weeks. Last week they combined for just about 50 points. Really just an unbelievable couple of weeks. And I mean, you have been posting massive scores, including Corman history, which is, we'd be remiss not to mention this. Corman history, a 77-point win, beatdown against the former Corman champ, your brother Chris. So that is a great performance there by Gurley and Hunt 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I beat his whole squad with those 2 guys. Really impressive. 55 points last week and 50-something points the week before. So, yeah, they're carrying me for sure, but, I'm not overconfident yet.
No.
And number 1, Ezekiel Elliott, 2 points. I said it once the suspension was lifted. Bobby had the best pick of the draft, Ezekiel Elliott, 2nd round. He took a chance and it paid off. But 2 points is not what you're looking for.
I mean, especially when you're talking about a game that was decided by less than 2 points.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a game decided by less than 2 points. And if Ezekiel Elliott even has like a mediocre game,
Just 10 points.
then Bobby wins this.
Yeah.
I mean, if
bad
he even
game.
has a bad game, right? If he has a bad game,
8 points.
then he could win this.
Yeah.
But in a game decided by less than 2 points, your one of your workhorse really lays a real egg. That was really disgusting, Bobby. That was disgusting. But that was more disgusting than the good GIF of the week that won last week. Semen juice. All right, everybody, get out your lotion, your Kleenex, and start pumping away. Because here we go with the good GIF of the week. All right, this week we have 3 very worthy competitors for the title of Good GIF of the Week. Our first one, Mike, is from Bombo Berry, and it is Midget Spinner. Our second contender for the title of Good GIF of the Week is I Just Kareemed My Pants with the Heartbreak Kid, Colonel Sanders. And lastly, but certainly not least, I would be remiss if I did not bring this to light. We have had the rarest of sightings, chalk it up in the same category as Sasquatch and the Loch Ness Monster and the Yeti, a sighting of epic proportions. Take a look for yourself. Now, as spectacular as a Joe Corman sighting was, we are absolutely whores. We are slut daughters for self-promotion. Therefore, the winner is the Heartbreak Kid, Colonel Sanders. by I Just Kareemed My Pants. Congratulations, Mike. A big week for you. You're taking home all the awards.
Yeah.
We're all so happy for you.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, when I typed in Shawn Michaels and I saw that get GIF with KFC, it was just, it was meant to be.
Yeah, it's meant to be. Meant to be. Now, time for pew, pew, pew. Rapid fire. Rapid fire. Rapid fire. Getting right into it, our best team of the week after week 2. We're not going to tease it anymore. Our best team of the week has got to be I Just Kareemed My Pants. 2 performances of nearly 120 points apiece. That is some serious scoring.
Thank you. Guru start of the week. Joe was talking about him all day Tuesday. JJ Nelson, it was a good start. You did sit Emmanuel Sanders, who also put up 18 points, but I definitely think it was a risky move, and it paid off for you.
Best bench performance. We have 2 this week. I'm forcing this one in because it really did cost me the game. I had Chris Thompson on my bench scoring 22-plus points, while Corey Davis was actually in my flex, and he scored, I think, 4 points. And those points would have made the difference against Team Normie. So,
yeah. And then Bailey, brown bagging it, Derrick Henry on your bench. I do understand, like Garrett Blunt in there, but Derrick Henry out-touched DeMarco Murray. You as a Titan fan probably saw that, right?
yeah, and you're someone who knows a lot about out-touching other guys.
Yep, I do. I definitely think Derrick Henry is definitely someone Bailey should consider starting moving forward.
Well said, Mike. Now getting into our key matchups for next week. Who do you like?
For me, the biggest matchup is Fornetication versus Dolomite Pimp Squad. 2 top 5 teams going at it, and see if Ryan can pull off the upset.
Absolutely. For me, it's got to be the upstart Team Normie, 2-0 in his debut season in the Corman, ranked currently 4th right now and trying to maintain or even climb that position. Let's see if he is a contender or a pretender against the salty old Corman vet. Brown bagging it, Bailey. Hold it down for us, buddy. As usual, thank you to all 15 of our viewers. We are nothing without you guys. Another great episode in the books. Thanks for joining me this week, Mike.
Thank you for having me.
Until next time, Ave atque vale.
Chill. Up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I make them hot. I make them shiver. Then get weak. Whenever I'm around, they see me walk. They hear me talk. I make them feel like they're all